Have you ever experienced this? You're lying in bed at night and suddenly your heart sinks. How much longer will I live? What happens after I die? These thoughts spiral, sleep vanishes, and you're left in a cold sweat. When you pass 50 or 60, life feels different. Friends pass away one by one. Doctors mention diseases you've never heard before. The mirror shows deep wrinkles, the traces of time, and you realize death is not far away. But please, do not be afraid. Arthur Schopenhauer, the 19th century German philosopher, lived for 72 years before passing in 1860. Even in the face of death, he was unshaken. He walked the streets of Frankfurt every day with his dog, Ottman, contemplating the end. He reached a startling conclusion. Death is not something to be feared. It is a gift that sets us free. Schopenhauer saw right through us. We don't fear death itself. We fear the nothingness afterward. But think about the billions of years before you were born. Was that time painful? No. You didn't exist, so there was no pain. Death is simply returning to that state. Our fear comes from the will to live, a blind, primal urge to survive. But if this desire is too strong, life becomes a prison of anxiety. Remember, life is borrowed. Death is simply returning what was lent. Is death the end? Schopenhauer says no. The individual dies, your memories and body return to dust. But the life force itself, the will, is eternal. Think of a wave. A wave rises and falls, but the ocean remains. You are a wave. The universe is the ocean. Even when you sleep, your consciousness vanishes. If you don't fear sleep, why fear the long sleep of death? It is the ultimate rest. How do we stand tall? First, reduce your desires. The more you own, the more you fear losing. Second, live every day as if it were your last. When you remember death, petty anger and useless worries fade away. Third, practice death. Every night when you fall asleep, you are practicing the peace of the void. Fourth, leave a meaningful trace. It doesn't have to be a book. A warm memory for your children or a kind word to a neighbor is enough. Many people avoid preparing for death, saying, "I'm still healthy," but death gives no warning. Preparing for death is an act of love for those left behind. Write a will. Organize your finances. Mend your relationships. Don't leave a mess for your children to clean up. A prepared death is a beautiful gift to your family. Losing a spouse is like losing half of yourself. The house is too quiet. The bed is too wide. Many try to escape this by clinging to their children or seeking immediate remarriage. But Schopenhauer warns, happiness dependent on others eventually turns to misery. Learn to stand alone. Solitude is not a tragedy. It is the freedom to finally be yourself. You lived for your spouse for 50 years now. Live for yourself. Death is not the enemy, it is a teacher. When we remember our mortality, our remaining days become vivid and precious. Don't waste time on petty grudges. Live fully today. As Schopenhauer did, walk your path calmly until it's time to return home. If this content was helpful, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Please share this with someone who needs to hear it.